everybody, I'm Chris Trimmel.
And I'm Mike Strachey.
In 1994, while working for Interplay Productions, Mike and I made a game on the Sega Genesis called Boogerman, a pick-and-flick adventure. For those of you that aren't familiar with the game, it's a platform game where you play as the superhero Boogerman. In order to defeat your enemies, you use your super-powered bodily functions and fluids to do things like
Pick,
flick,
hot loogies,
burp,
and fart your way through a disgusting world known as Dimension Excrement.
For the last 19 years, Mike and I have been working at various studios, places like Interplay Productions, Virgin, Crystal Dynamics, Electronic Arts, Activision, Insomniac Games, and Way Forward. We've worked on games like Boogerman, The Lost Vikings, RoboCop vs. Terminator, Gex 3, The Lord of the Rings, Transformers, Kung Fu Panda, Fuse, Contra 4, and the Shantae series. Roughly 5 years ago, Mike and I started talking about a Boogerman remake. Unfortunately, at the time, it wasn't really feasible for us to go off and develop the game on our own, as making games can be pretty expensive.
Now with Kickstarter and your support, it's now a possibility.
We've received tons of requests and inquiries about whether or not we're ever going to make a new one. We've been pleasantly surprised and totally humbled to see the cult following that the game has developed. So we're here today to officially announce the Kickstarter campaign for
Boogerman 20th Anniversary.
Boogerman 20th Anniversary won't be an HD remake. What we're doing is we're taking the story, the concept, and the characters from the world of Boogerman and bringing it to the latest generation of consoles, handhelds, and home computers.
But don't worry, we're not making huge changes to the game.
What we are doing is reimagining the world, designing all new levels, fleshing out the story, refining existing mechanics, as well as adding some things that we never had time for in the original.
In 20th Anniversary, we'll be returning once again to Dimension Excrement and facing off against the evil Boogermeister.
We'll be returning to locations like the Flatulent Swamps,
Boogerville,
the Pits,
the Mucus Mountains,
the Nasal Caverns,
the Sewers,
and Pus Palace. We'll be bringing in some new mechanics and features of things that we wished we had in the original. Things like swimming,
the Fart Copter,
minecarting, and a fuller, more compelling game structure. In order to pull this off, we've brought in some super talented folks. On the music and sound side, we've got the great Grant Kirkhope, composer of games like Banjo-Kazooie, Donkey Kong 64, Perfect Dark, Grabbed by the Ghoulies, and more. On the writing and story side, we're working with Annie Award-winning writer Jordana Arkin. Jordana's been working on film, game, and animation for over 20 years. Some of her game credits include Kung Fu Panda, Madagascar 2, Ice Age 3 and 4, Shrek 4, and How to Train Your Dragon. She's worked on television shows like What's New Scooby-Doo, Will and Grace, The Good Family, and Melissa and Joey. Jordana is currently working as co-executive producer and head writer on the newly announced Disney animation series Star and the Forces of Evil.
Now finally, we're down to the most important members of this team, you.
We want to hear what you think about the new game. We want your feedback. We want you to help make decisions on the game and the campaign. Things ranging from what t-shirt designs you like best, to what you loved and hated about the original game, to what you want to see in the new game.
But to make this a possibility, we need your help.
So let's celebrate retro gaming and bring Boogerman back for his 20th birthday in style. We appreciate you taking the time to watch our video, and we'll see you soon. Are you gonna eat that cake?
Hell no.
I would have eaten it before he did that, but I'm not gonna eat it now.